What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jamal. We're checking in once again, your credit protector. And today we're going to discuss how to remove and reverse late payments. We all know the impact that a late payment can have. In fact, a late payment can drop your score anywhere from 50 to 150 points. But before we get into it, always please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and check out the links in the description to see if they benefit you. So let's get into it. Late payments. I always have to start off with this disclaimer that if you can avoid late payments, please avoid late payments. Just because you have learned these various tips and strategies does not mean this is the time to begin to be irresponsible with your money, irresponsible with the payment of your debts, because it's a lot more headache to reverse a late payment than it is to simply just always pay on time. Now, here's the key to prevent late payments. Always start with prevention because, of course, I'm the credit protector. We got to protect that credit. Keep it pristine, keep it juicy, keep it saucy, so that way we can keep getting those high limits, keep getting that personal funding, keep getting that business funding, keep going after those sign up bonuses, right? All of that comes from maintaining good credit. So getting back to it, we want to prevent late payments in the first place. The best way to do that is just make sure that you are paying your minimums by the due date. That's your credit card minimums, your utility bills, your mortgage, auto loan, whatever. Just pay the minimum by the due date and you'll never even have to worry about any of this late payment stuff, right? So just wanted to put that out there. Gotta put that out there. It would be irresponsible if I didn't. So let's say some things happen. COVID was here. People were sick. Maybe you were laid off. Maybe there was some issue with your bank account that caused you to miss the payment. Now you need it reversed. Or maybe none of that happened. Maybe the late payment isn't your fault at all. Let's talk about it. So one thing we can discuss with them is the fact that you weren't late. That's first and foremost. You just weren't even late. Maybe there was an issue with their system. So one thing to keep in mind about late payments is that late payments show up when you are 30 days late. If you were not 30 days late, there should be no late payment reporting on your credit report. So this is what I mean by you weren't really late. Maybe you were 15 days late, or maybe you're 27 days late, but you were not 30 days late. So if it's like day 27, day 28, and they're marking you late on your credit report, that's automatically a violation because that is inaccurate reporting. You were not 30 days late. You were 27 days late. Now, on the flip side of this, okay, you will have to pay them late fees. You will have to pay if it's a credit card and they have some kind of penalty interest, you'll probably have to pay that. But one method that you can use is simply to call up customer service and ask for an accommodation. Now, with this accommodation, this will be the reversal of any penalty fees or penalty interest rates. With that, a lot of times, if for some reason they made the mistake of marking you 30 days late, but you were really only 27 or 25 days late, it would also reverse and remove that late payment from your credit report. So start off with simply calling the creditor, whoever it may be, and ask for an accommodation. This works great when you have a long-standing positive relationship with that company, or if it's your first time being late. A lot of companies, well, good companies, they'll offer some kind of accommodation in that regard. Next, they process your payment late. Now, this happens a lot, especially over the weekend. Let's say your due date was Saturday and you submitted a payment on Thursday or Friday, but for whatever reason, they weren't able to actually process the payment and put it on your account until Tuesday. Now, a lot of systems are automated. So by Tuesday, the system is like, oh, well, this person didn't make the payment in time, So boom, we're going to smack them with a 30-day late, but you weren't late. This is a very easy solution as well. You can also just call up customer service, let them know the situation. Hey, I submitted my payment on Thursday, or I submitted my payment on Friday at 2 p.m. way before the close of business. Y'all marked me late incorrectly, right? So since they processed your payment late, it marks you late on your credit report. Now you need them to reverse all that, fix everything, get you back straight. The customer service rep can take care of that. No big deal. Now let's say it's a more egregious company like Navient, terrible asses, or another company that they just giving you the runaround. You spoke to customer service agent, you spoke to a senior manager, and nobody's trying to help you for whatever reason. You can always send an email directly to the CEO. This does work, and it's good to have your documentation. If you have documentation, if you wrote down and recorded when you spoke to the different agents and asked for these reversals, if you outline what steps you've taken, maybe you submitted a complaint or something of that nature, but you can reach out and email the CEO directly. Now, you may be wondering, where can I find the email of a particular CEO? There is a website called rocketreach.com. Now, it starts off free, but then it turns into a paid service. You can also look up on LinkedIn if you have a LinkedIn profile. And there's a bunch of other websites that allow you to just find the information, contact info of these prominent figures, especially with just a quick Google search. You'll be able to look that up. Now, in your letter, you definitely want to include, make sure it's clear to them that this was either a mistake on their part or perhaps even a mistake on your part. Definitely explain how you want to keep that relationship. And also you want to explain how this has been impacting you financially and keeping you from progressing. Maybe it kept you from getting a job. Maybe it's keeping you from getting housing. Never know. Everyone's situation is different, but you want to put this in there and just breed that sense of goodwill between you and the company, because you want them to be acting in good faith. So we discussed a couple of different ways. Accommodation, you weren't 30 days late. They didn't process your payment on time. You reached out to the CEO to have them fix it. Last, you can also send a dispute directly to the CRAs, the consumer reporting agencies. That's TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And you want to let them know that this late payment is in violation of 15 USC 1666B, which is the statute for timing of payments, which state that no credit card company can mark a consumer late for any reason without them having proper procedures that can ensure that consumer has received their bill within 21 days before the due date. I know that said a lot, but essentially you want to take that very first sentence. A credit card company cannot mark a consumer late for any reason. That's all you need right there. Because a lot of times these late payments pop up with credit cards. That's all the evidence. That's all the power you need right there. And at that point, you're just explaining how this late payment has negatively impacted you. It's keeping you from being approved for a new rental, right? Maybe you can't move into a new apartment or a new home because of this late payment. Maybe this late payment is keeping you from getting a job when they run those background checks. If you're in the financial industry, things like late payments and collections can keep you from getting employed. You want to put that in there. You want to let them know how this late payment is violating you. You also want to let them know that, again, it is in violation of 1666B, because you're not supposed to be marked late for any reason. You can send this, once you draft that up, you can send it directly to the consumer reporting agencies, either through certified mail, or you can send it via the CFPB, and the CFPB will act as a middle person and send it to them directly on your behalf. That way you save a little bit of postage, right? So these are several different ways to handle being marked as late and ways to reverse those late payments. Let me know your experience with any of these methods down in the comment. And if you have some other data points that you would like to share, feel free. Let me know. And if you have any other questions, leave them down below. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one.